Toronto FC are back at it again with two more done deals announced today. The first one was a younger Canadian being signed by the club, which we'll get into in just a couple of minutes. And the other one was a trade being official, which we've known about for the past couple of days, but Toronto FC has finally made that trade official. And that is between LA Galaxy and Toronto FC for the 26-year-old American midfielder, Marky Delgado. I think this is a very interesting move for Toronto FC and a great transfer for LA Galaxy. Of course, it is a trade deal. It is classified, but I do count it as a transfer myself, being a football man. We're going to jump straight into things, guys. But first, I just want to give you guys my thoughts on the deal for Marky Delgado. I'm not going to jump into details yet. I just want to give you my personal opinion. For me, I think it's a very interesting move. I do like Marky Delgado. At the age of 26, it wasn't a bad idea to get rid of him and not a bad idea to keep him. If you look at the midfield for Toronto FC right now, it is very light in numbers. If you're looking at his position, you have the legs of Okello, you have the legs of Priso coming back from an injury, you have Osorio, Michael Bradley, and legs of Alejandro Pozuelo. And Pozuelo isn't going to be in that position. So you have four midfielders operating in that central midfielder and defensive midfielder role. Of course, three of them being Canadian, which I do love. It is amazing to see those Canadians getting the chance, legs of Okello, legs of Priso, who can hopefully have a shining year this year and boost their stock and earn themselves a move to Europe somewhere, which is what they both need, especially Priso. I think he's got it. Okello needs to burst out this year. But with the likes of Marky Delgado moving, we are very thin and very low on midfielders. Of course, I think Toronto needs to bring in one or two bodies. Of course, there could be injuries, there could be COVID. We don't know what's going to happen this year in the league, especially if injuries, you never know what's going to happen. And you can't rely on four midfielders. I think that's not bad, especially with Priso coming off an injury. You're really only running three midfielders in that position right now. So you need to bring someone in, my personal opinion. I hope we bring someone in. If we do, I think it's an amazing transfer for us to get rid of Marky Delgado and move him on. And I think it's an amazing move for LA Galaxy as well to bring in a U.S. midfielder, to bring in a guy like Marky Delgado, a veteran, a quality midfielder. I think it's a great move for LA Galaxy and both Toronto FC if Toronto brings in another midfielder. I'll read you guys the details. This is being reported from Michael Singh, of course, a massive TFC reporter. He said this earlier this morning. Toronto FC have made the Marky Delgado trade official. TFC sends a veteran midfielder to LA Galaxy in exchange for $400,000 in GAM general allocation money and a conditional $100,000 in 2023 GAM if certain performance metrics are met. So of course, $400,000 up front with an extra $100,000 on the side. That is, I think, a pretty decent return for an MLS midfielder who is probably in his prime, you'd say, in Marky Delgado. And I think it is a great pickup for the likes of LA Galaxy for not too much, bringing in a solid midfielder, a veteran MLS midfielder, and Toronto FC getting a good return, which I'm sure TFC will go out there and will go spend that on hopefully another midfielder, because now we know big man Io up top is signed to a new contract. I will make a video, guys, reacting on that in probably the next day or so. I know it's a bit late. It did happen yesterday, but I want to get this news out first, and another video like you will see on the channel already. But like I said, I do think it's a good move to get rid of Marky Delgado, bringing in some good money, and hopefully bringing somebody else into the club. As a TFC fan, I'm happy with this move because I'm also a Canadian men's national team fan myself. Look at Okello. I think he needs more time in the team. His passing needs to improve, his on-ball skill. His defensive side of the game is very good. He's just got to improve on the ball. I think giving more minutes to these Canadian players like the Okello. Of course, Priso is going to get the minutes. He's just got to fully recover from that injury. And of course, you don't know how that's going to go with such an injury like that. But you're giving Priso a chance, you're giving Okello a chance. Osorio, of course, is a shoe in to start. And you have Michael Bradley. You only got three midfielders in there right now with Priso's injury, and you need to bring someone in. Will be interesting to see what Toronto FC does there. But Toronto FC also has made another move this morning, and another move, bringing in a 19-year-old Canadian, and that is from Ajax, Ontario native, and was a former TFC Academy product and has been with the Syracuse University in the past 2 years. That is right, Toronto FC has gone out there and signed forward Deandre Kerr through the years of 2024 with options for 2025 and 2026. I'm surprised at that extra 2-year options. It's usually just a 1-year option. But bringing in another young Canadian can only benefit Canadian soccer, can only benefit Canada and TFC. I personally don't know a lot about Deandre Kerr. I'd love to hear more. If you guys know much about Deandre Kerr, please let me know what you guys have to say in the comments below. I'd really appreciate that. He is, of course, a dual national with Canada and US. I can see that on Transfer Market. And that is the thing. I think he is, of course, it is rumored, marked down that he is a right winger. I can't lie, I don't know a heck of a lot about him. I know he did very well at Syracuse University after moving on from TFC Academy. But the one thing I do think Toronto FC are really focusing on bringing in Deandre Kerr is they know Jaquil Marshall-Rutty is probably moving on. The 17-year-old Canadian looks like he is finding himself a place abroad on trial with a lot of teams away in Europe. And Jaden Nelson as well. So I mean, you're losing Jaden Nelson, you're losing Marshall-Rutty, you're losing Soteldo, you're losing 3 wingers. That'd leave you with the likes of Deandre Kerr, that'd leave you with the likes of Schaffelberg, and those would be only wingers. So this might be a very interesting rebuild in time for Toronto FC. A lot of money might be at hand here, and it's going to be good for TFC. Deandre Kerr has joined Toronto FC, the 19-year-old Canadian, also Jamaican as well. I'll read you guys the details once again. TFC have signed forward Deandre Kerr, the right winger, through 2024 with options for 2025 and 26. The 19-year-old Ajax Ontario native was a former TFC Academy product before tearing it up with Syracuse University after leaving TFC Academy for the last 2 seasons. Guys, I love TFC. I love Canadian football and Canadian men's national team. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'd love to chat with you guys about all things TFC, all things Canadian football, and especially all things football. If you guys want to chat more, I'd be welcoming to open a Discord server. Guys, let me know what you guys think about that. If you guys want a Discord server where we can all chat and talk about all the football news, and I can keep you guys up to date on all the current news and when my videos are coming out. Guys, make sure to drop a like, drop a sub, and let me know what you guys think down below in the comments, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Peace!